Okay, so if you're someone who's like seeking to create videos online or create content online, this is my advice for you. Before I even get to it, let me just explain a little bit about my background. So I'm coming from a business background. I used to sell clothes here and there. I used to sell thrifted clothes actually, and from my experience in the business area, I wasn't really getting much fulfillment as much as I'm seeking to get from this path that I've taken up, which is creating videos and films, if you like to put it. And along this way, because from where I'm coming from, it was like an area where I was getting instant gratification through just the money that I was making, and I'm learning that through content creation there's a different narrative there's a different way to approach it. Like, there's a different narrative that it has, and I'm slowly adapting to it, and I'd like to share that with you guys right here. So one of the things that I've actually like discovered or realized is that since I was the moment I was let me explain the moment I was trying to like start up this content creation path, like the moment I just realized this was the direction I needed to go, I was stuck on a point where I was asking what type of content I was creating. What am I going to put out there? And this is pretty much the question that most people give themselves when they're about to like pick or move in this direction. They start to question what type of content should they put out, and how would that like impact, which is okay to ask, but the main thing, the valuable thing that I've discovered on this path of content creation, just these few days or months that I've spent on researching and just like experimenting, is that I'm more at ease with documenting moments than creating them, like that intentionally, like creating all my juice, which isn't a bad thing really. Like, it's not a bad thing if you're having your mind on whatever you want to like get out of the content creation, but if you can like delve deep into the creation, or if you can be one with the creation, be in the moment with the creation, I find that to be more fulfilling for myself. I find that to be more fulfilling if I'm more involved, and if I disconnect from the idea that I'm actually creating content or video shooting. If I forget in the moment that I'm actually doing this, and just reconnect to the fact that I'm actually creating a moment that is connecting with someone behind the screen, that's something that like I feel is more empowering or more fulfilling in that moment, and I find it to be much easier to do, when you're not like hyper focused on whether this or that is like in sync. Like, of course there are skills that add in value very much so in like content creation. I do not like want to take away from that, because content creation does demand like the skills. Like, it does demand you being involved in the craft, and you need to be sharpening your skills. But there's something deeper. I wanted to say spiritual, but like there's something deeper besides the skills that are created. The skills are more like they're the end result of this thing that is happening in the instance. And this thing that I'm talking about is the connection that you're having with the people, like behind or viewing your content. The connection that you have with those people, if it's so strong, you'll be committed to it. You find it easily. I find it easy to commit to it if I know that this content I'm creating is in relation to someone somewhere will relate to it. And I know this by first relating to the content itself, like being there. If I am present in the moment whilst I'm creating this content, then I in the moment can relate or can have this strong feeling that there is a person who firstly I myself am relating to. Like, I don't know if this makes sense, but like, if I am relating to this content that I'm creating right now in the moment, then it gives room for another person to relate. That's how I take it, because there isn't really, like, no man is an island. So we're all sharing these ideas, or all sharing these understandings. Even what I'm saying right now, possibly there's someone out there nodding their head and like, yeah, this is something, like they relate in that manner. And so for me, it's very important to know that I'm actually in sync with what I'm doing right now, because if I am, then that means the person behind the camera possibly will too, like, connect. So that's something that I would like to share with you guys, like, in this instance. Like, if you take away anything from this video, is that if you're stuck at the point of wanting to know what it is that you want to create along this path, my suggestion would be that you start creating exactly, you get as close as possible to the current you. Like, get as close as possible to the current you. Of course, you won't want to, like, document everything, that's understandable, but like, get as candid, as authentic as you can to the reality that you're in right now when you're documenting. And of course that becomes documenting when you're creating, but that becomes documenting because you're picking up these realities that are within your environment, and then you're infusing them in this creative box that you've created, and then that entails reality, that entails honesty, that creates this reality in itself, like, that people are willing to relate to, because they know this, like, it's already engraved in their knowing that this really is, like, this is why I think I even lost interest in fictional movies. I do once or twice, just for the sake of the creativity and the artistic work behind it, but like, in terms of relation, I disconnected from, like, watching fictional movies or just reading fictional books. I don't read fictional books, but that's just me anyways, like, I don't read fictional books, and like, I really don't appreciate much of the fictional stuff, but it's cool, like, it's very, very good, like, to see someone able to, like, do the work that they do on it, and once or twice, like, I'm able to, like, watch that work, so yeah. Anyways, my encouragement is exactly that. Find the closest position to relate to your reality when creating content. Like, if you can find that closest relation or connection to your reality, the current reality you're in right now, one of the ideas that I can give out right now is you can start documenting your process of wanting to look for the content creation. That's a way, like, you can literally just turn on your camera and be like, okay, so today I'm trying out this and this and seeing if it's going to work. That's a good idea, right? Like, you can start from there, and I bet you there are many other people who are looking to start creating the content, and if they can find someone who's willing to create a niche of how to find your niche, like, if how to find your niche can be a niche itself, then it makes it much easier for other people to, like, start content creation, I find that to be something that is easy. So if you're doing that, like, it's also going to like give you the momentum. It's going to build that momentum. Yeah, like it's going to build that momentum for you to actually be in sync with the processes of content creation, to a point where you're now going to be so comfortable that you're going to have room. You'll build the room to be able to like create these other like types of content. Like you'll be able to like express, or you'll be comfortable within that environment of content creation, that so much so that you end up expressing even things that you wouldn't have expressed before, you know. Like you become more in sync with the content creation process, to a point where it's now going to be like, you know, like it's going to be sealed, like, yeah, content creator and everything like that. So yeah, that's my like advice anyways, you know. You should try it out anyways. So yeah.